According to the California Podiatric Medical Association, your feet have 250,000 sweat glands. These sweat glands have the capability to produce half a pint of sweat in one day. That's one whole cup of sweat inside of your shoes. And why do your feet do this? It's because they're overheating. And Fross is the answer to your discomfort. My name is Justin Zentis, and I'm head of prototyping and testing.
My name is Henry Teague. I'm head of finances.
I'm Charles Gottsacker, head of marketing.
I'm Jackson Olmsted, and I'm head of sales.
And we are Fross.
So our main group is that we're targeting through people in Instagram and other social media ads. And then we're also going to be selling through Fleet Feet and other various companies. And the reason why we're different is because our insole goes on the top of your foot where most veins and nerves go. And then we're also going to be targeting athletes and other people that live active lifestyles. We're going to be targeting people from the ages of 15 and up. And then our indirect competitors is Dr. Scholl's. They have a gel, but it's not a cooling gel. And they have a memory foam, but it goes on the bottom of your feet. None of them go on the top of your foot. And then symptom relief. We can probably these diseases, they all could lead to foot problems, such as diabetic neuropathy causes feet pain. Our product could help with those feet pains.
For a total accessible market, we start off with United States population, which is roughly 330 million people, and then we shrink down to the Texas population, which is 22 million people. Then we shrink down to San Antonio's population, which is 1.5 million people. For a serviceable available market, we start off with San Antonio's population, which is 1.5. Then we shrink down to Alamo Heights population, which is around 8,000. Then we go down to people who are 15 and up in Alamo Heights, which is around 6,000 people. And we're selling each unit for $10, and we did research on how many insoles the average person buys per year, which is 2. And if everyone who is 15 and older buys our product in Alamo Heights, we'll get a revenue of $135,000. With your help, we could reach our goal of 1,000 customers in the first year.
So we're going to be doing a 2-day testing period, testing with other various athletes and people throughout the whole entire school. We'll be using a Google form and asking these questions and seeing how they feel and their personal comments on everything.
With the Google form that we're sending out, it's all just we want to hear and have feedback from our customers, find out what went good for them and what went bad. If we need to increase the gel solution, we will. And if we have to decrease it or make any modifications to the actual technology and the vacuum seal, we will.
So going back to what Charlie said about the testing period, we're going to have 2 testing periods. And these are going to be spread out through 2 weeks. And in the first week, on February 4th, we're going to find 5 volunteers, and we'll hand out the insoles to them. And they'll test our insoles for 2 days. After these 2 days, on February 8th, oh, sorry about this, but these are what the insoles are made out of. And on February 8th, we'll be collecting all the insoles and the data, and we'll put it on a Google form, as seen down here. And it will display the information in graphs and charts, such as seen over there in the corner. And we'll do this again for 1 more week, and on February 18th, we'll collect all the data all together, having 10 reviews over our product, and we'll adjust our product.
So we're asking for $500 to help jumpstart our company. And so how we start out with is, so the gel concentrate for 50 pounds of it makes 1,500 pounds of the solution, which is awesome. So that is $142. And then business cards, we want to have 500 business cards, and that is around $26. And we have already spent $10 on getting our samples that you guys are having in your hands. And also for our vacuum sealer, which is going to help us make it so we have no air bubbles, that is around $60. And for Instagram ads for 25,000 views, that is around $168, which is awesome to get our product out there. And our domain name with security and all of that is around $49, which is going to come out to $400 and around $55. But you have to take into account of the shipping cost and the taxes of this we're really worried about the concentrating of how much shipping is going to cost because it's around 50 pounds.
And then finally, are you guys ready to help us change the future of the shoe industry? Questions?
Can you back up and show me the product? What are we talking about? Or did I miss something?
It's going to look like that.
Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
So we're talking about a sole insert.
That's just the liquid.
That's a example of the product. So you said this goes, is this what it's gonna look like? And it goes on top of the foot, or?
That's just the gel that's just the concentrate.
Our first trial period, we're just hopefully with this money, what we hopefully will receive, this is going to help us find out and do more prototypes and research and find other things that are more appealing for comfort, etc.
Will it go on top of your foot, you said, or on the bottom?
It will be on top of your foot.
Okay. And so will you, just a thought, being female, like some shoes, you know, you may have different sizes, you know, because some women's shoes, obviously, if you're gonna put it on the top, it may just go on the first part of your foot, right? So just a thought, you may wanna.
For example.
Exactly, yeah, well, yeah, I have a boot on today, which it would work great, but like, for that perfect example. So you may think about, having some different sizes to offer if it's gonna go on top, for sure.
So what are the cooling attributes of this gel? I mean, you pulled this out of the refrigerator, right?
Yeah.
So how does this keep you cool? How's it work?
It's actually a company out of Oakland, California, so it's biodegradable. The laws are a lot stricter there, so it's biodegradable, and everything else is. So if it touches you, it's not going to burn you or anything. You don't want to eat it, of course. But so what it is there's two types of solution they sell: is the solution that we would purchase, and also a cotton-based solution. So what it's designed to do is we're going to also put some rock salt and some other things into the solution, which we can freeze, and it will not. Yes, we will freeze it, and it will not actually freeze. It'll just be really, really hot, really cold, and it's great to slide in. And Henry and I tried it out, and it's incredible. We ran around the track with it, and it makes you feel a lot better in the feet.
Okay, so it's something that you cool it down.
Yes, sir.
You put it in your shoe, and it works until it heats up.
Yes, sir. And they're saying, I guess they ship it a lot during packages. That's how we found out about it. Is our mentor, Mr. Whitley, was getting some chocolate or something sent to his house, and we saw that they had this type of their little insoles for the cotton base. And we called them and asked, you know, we're in Heights Incubator and we'd like to try out your product. And they were more than happy, really friendly. So we were really excited to try out their products and put a little more of a twist and put some stuff.
So how long will this last?
I was gonna ask, how
is
long?
this
That'll
gonna
last
be?
you roughly,
2 or 3 hours.
yeah. It lasts you roughly 2 hours. And we tested it we sat on it under our lap. And then that lasted like an hour and 30 minutes, but that's more heat being on it because your whole body's on it.
And then is it reusable? Or is
Yes.
it
Yes, it is.
You said for about 2 years?
Yeah, that was re-cooled several times already.
So the manufacturer, do they make a sole already? Because Mr. Whitley's in the shoe industry, so, I mean, how did he know, or how did you guys decide?
He ordered chocolate offline, and it came in with a packet of that.
Okay.
And yeah,
No, but they really are designed at insulating and keeping actually like food cool.
That's
Okay.
what you get your,
Yeah.
order the boxes of food, comes in the little
I just
ice.
didn't know if these particular manufacturers were making something.
Yes, sir.
no.
And the above the shoe, I'm actually a little surprised. That to me defies kind of conventionalism. I would have thought below is really where,
All the nerves are on top of your foot.
okay. And so for pure, the sensation of cooling is better, maybe not for the odor and all that. Is that maybe the way to look at it? Or is
So with that, when you put it on top, so all your nerves and veins run through the top of your foot. There's hardly any on the bottom of your foot because you're always walking, so why would they be there? So if you cool down your veins and your nerves and your feet, that should help like loosen the blood flow and everything throughout your whole body. That's basically our main idea behind this.
My only only thought would be, I mean, I love the idea, is again, maybe multiple sizes, and is there any, have you looked at, is there any way to make it last a little longer than 2 hours?
That's what we're trying to figure out right
Okay,
now.
because that would be, I mean, I think if it would last a little bit longer, it would be even better. But you gotta keep it thin too, to fit into a shoe, right?
Fit into a shoe. I'm also thinking about like, because what you're talking about is athletes, right? Is this thing in my shoe going to be driving me crazy the whole time I'm trying to play football because it's swishing around in there?
What is it, what will it look like? Is it a blanket? Or?
Yes, it would be like, that's our main idea behind it. It should be like a blanket.
Can you make it into socks, maybe, or?
We haven't tested that, but we could
Like a sock
further.
Controlling it is gonna be kind of an issue.
Yeah,
And then getting enough of it into a low-volume shoe in order to keep it cool. You need to really think about testing this. You don't want to spend a whole lot of money on it, only to find out that it's not really 2 hours, it's more like 10 minutes. Because of those kind of volumes, how much of this gel can you really get in there? If it's 2 hours, then I think the applications of that Wonder Gel are pretty unbelievable.
It is. It's pretty awesome. And,
Yeah.
You know, football practice is around an hour and 30 minutes, and I guess that's how kind of the idea originated.
Wow.
So we were kind of just hopefully just trying to get it off so athletes can use it, and then we're hopefully going to extend it out to just multiple industries.
And when you test it, are you going to test it with people who potentially have foot issues?
yes.
Like I've had foot surgery, so I have a foot that swells all the time, right? You know, so to me, this would be something that would be beneficial to me medically, right? But I think you need to look at athletes, I think you need to look at, again, people who, it might help us, people who have some sort of, have had surgery and things like that.
You might just talk to one of the podiatrists around. and
Exactly.
See if they can think of some other
Mhm.
applications just to enlarge your target
Yes, ma'am.
beyond athletes.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
And when you guys tested it, did you just like take this and strap it? Is that?
Yeah, I just,
Basically, we did,
I
just
put
threw
it
it.
in like baton in my shoe
Gotcha.
and I ran around like the track.
Okay, just
It
curious.
was awesome. It was really cool just to see, we were prototyping for a little bit just at the beginning, and actually with the little plastic bag, we didn't even have the vacuum sealed. And I mean, Enter was flying, we didn't have any problems. And when you put it on though, it is just awesome. I guess when you take it off, you're just like, I kind of wish I had it on again. So it's awesome. I really enjoy it.
I think you've got to look though at, you know, your consumer base, I definitely think would be athletes, but I think you definitely need to talk to the medical, a podiatrist to see, because again, I've been through several foot surgeries and that is something that would be nice to have, you know. And you could probably sell that more to the medical industry, maybe.
Yeah, and then in San Antonio with the large number of people that have diabetes,
Mhm.
I
Yep.
think beyond.
That's where you're gonna get. Agreed.
I may have missed something, but just a word of advice. In your pitch, make real certain that you, in the first few slides, show us what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know, was I the only
What-
one?
what-
No, you were
Yeah.
not the only one. I didn't know
Okay.
what it was.
I did see insole at some point, but I did not know what we were talking about. I kind of had to figure it out.
Okay.
And so I would go with visuals. I mean, here's the problem, here's our solution, and then you go into all the other stuff. Make sure you show us what we're talking about.
But you guys did a great job.
But yeah, it really interesting. If you saw this, I will definitely be using that.
I know, I think I would too. I'll be a tester.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.